beautiful day. It's a little after 9:30 in the morning, and I just went through Marionville, Missouri. I'm on US 60 heading west. Still en route to Lowell, Arkansas. Got a little bit of a late start this morning. It was a rough night. I got woken up several times by storms. I don't mean just a little pitter patter on the roof of the truck. I mean storms. And I'm used to being in a truck with a van, and big storms causing the truck to swing back and forth and in the wind and stuff like that. I didn't expect to go through anything like that with a flatbed. I mean, I expect if I was carrying like something really tall, that might happen. And I've already experienced that a little bit when I was hauling marble, a little crosswind action, but not with a bunch of coils. And I got woke up maybe 2 or 3 times. The truck was rocking, and the hailstones were banging on the deck of the trailer and hitting the cab and so forth and so on. But I woke up at 6 with my alarm and was getting ready to get it together, and it started to rain. And I was like, okay, that's fine, because it was light. I got dressed, was getting ready to get out. The sky opened up big time. We had a hellacious hailstorm. I mean, it was just ridiculous. I had the curtains open and I was watching it come down. The stones are about this big at times. I half expected to lose a windshield or something. It lasted for about 35 minutes or so. I mean, just ridiculous. I mean, those big hailstones didn't last very long. We got a lot of hail of various sizes and a lot of rain. A lot of rain. So when it finally ended about 7 o'clock, it turned into a light mist. I got out of the truck, started checking things out, make sure everything was kosher, tightened the tarps back down. The wind had just gotten in under the edges of the tarps and lifted it up, got it all ugly. I don't think anything got wet, but the canvas bottom tarp was wet all along the edges. I didn't lose any bungees in this storm. Last storm I lost a bungee the other day. Not today, I didn't. So I got it all tightened down and then pulled the truck up to the fuel pump, spot fuel, and took off. I think I finally got going about 7:30. So I'm running about an hour behind of where I wanted to be. Half hour. And it's not helping that US 60 has been under construction. I did not know, but they're repaving the roads. So, but if I can keep up a decent pace, I still should be on time for my appointment. I should get there about 11:45, maybe 11:30 at the earliest. It all depends on what these roads look like after I turn off down here get off of US 60. Not really sure. I did get a message about a half an hour ago telling me that once I was empty to head to the Fort Smith yard. That's good. I figured I'd be heading to Fort Smith. Hopefully don't have a load for me. But I want to go ahead and stop at that yard. I want to ditch a couple of these extra ratchet binders. And two of the extra chains. Because I just got too much and they're adding too much weight to the truck. I'll keep the coil racks and the coil pads. You never know how many you're going to need. like this load here, I'm using 8 coil racks. They only give us 10. And I was talking to a driver on the phone last night while I was heading out to park in Dixon, and he had a load and he was using 14 coil racks and 6 8-inch pieces, 8-foot wood pieces of wood for his coils. I was like, damn. So I guess having extras of those would be all right. But the extra ratchets and the extra chains, that's just too much weight. The ratchets weigh about 8 pounds a piece. The chains, I don't know, probably 25 pounds. So I got probably 200 or 300 extra pounds on here. So that's what we're going to do on that. The other reason I want to go into the yard in Fort Smith is I want to have the shop check my batteries. Last night, the Park Smart ran about... When I parked, I didn't run the Park Smart. I idled the truck for about 15 minutes and shut it off. It was comfortable. But about 2.5, 3 hours later, it started getting really muggy in the truck, so I kicked on the Park Smart. And it ran not as cold as it was. So I don't know what that deal is, but it ran for about 35 to 40 minutes and then quit. But I didn't get a power voltage alarm from the truck. This truck should tell you when the voltage is getting too low to be able to start the truck. So I just left it off and went to bed. Got up and the truck didn't want to start. It really struggled to pull enough voltage off the batteries to start. So I'm pretty convinced that I got a bad battery or some bad batteries, or maybe the alternator's not doing its job properly. Just because I should be able to sit for 8 to 10 hours with all my stuff plugged in and not even running the Park Smart and have the truck start without a problem. Actually, I should be able to run the Park Smart and have my refrigerator plugged in and still get 8 to 9 hours of power out of the batteries, and I'm not getting it. So I want them to check the alternator, check the batteries to see if there's a problem. So that's where we stand at the moment, and hopefully all goes well. Later today I'll have an assignment to pick up a load in Fort Smith going to Tejas, preferably somewhere within 100 miles of Dallas. We shall see, and I will let you know.
I was toting my pack along the dusty Amarillo Road when along came a semi with a high canvas covered load. He said, if you're going to Amarillo, Mac, I'll give you a ride. So I climbed up into the cab and then I settled down inside. He asked me if I'd seen a road with so much dust and sand. I said, listen, bud, I've traveled every road in this here land. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. I've crossed the deserts bare, man. Breathed the mountain air, man. Travel, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Waco, Hyco, Hondo, Navasota, Winsburg, Jacksonville, Hillsborough, Santa Rosa, Austin, Houston, Galveston, Texarkana, Frisco, Buffalo, Conroe, Corsicana, Goliad, Groesbeck, Glen Rose, Red Oak, Post Oak, Live Oak, Long Oak, Closio. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. I've crossed the deserts bare, man. Breathe the mountain air, man. Wind blowing in my hair, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Krugerville, Pflugerville, Van Home, Val Verde, Blackerville, Bartonville, Beeville, Bull Verde, Bear Creek, Cedar Creek, Mill Creek, Mineola, Make, Pearl, Monaghan, Telephone, Tuscola, Redwater, Round Rock, Round Top, Round Lake, Sour Lake, South Lake, Spring Lake, Pete's sake. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. I've crossed the deserts bare, man. Breathe the mountain air, man. Drove my tires bare, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to Greenville, Gatesville, Gainesville, Alameda, Kerrville, Kellyville, Bastrop, Pennsylvania, Summer Millerville, Smithville, Stephenville, Prairie View, looking back at Longview, Plainview, out of Justin Junction, Panorama, Pasadena, Angelina, and Lorena. See what I mean? I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross the deserts bare, man. Breathe the mountain air, man. Lots of wear and tear, man. I've been everywhere. Now let me see you there. Valley Mills, Pound Mills, Down Box, Duncanville, New Home, New Deal, Liberty Hill, Rockport, Rock Creek, Bridgeport, Brownwood, Cleveland, Comanche, Cut and Shoot, Cottonwood, Bayview, Bayside, Baytown, Bay City, Fall City, Center City, Green City, Water City. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Cross the deserts bare, man. Breathe the mountain air, man. Travel out and had my share, man. I've been everywhere. Yeah, when it comes to traveling, Texas friends, I've been everywhere. Woo!
Well, hey there! I see you've been sneaking a peek in on me. How you doing? You ready to get this evening? It's, heck, I don't even know what time it is. It's after 7 o'clock. Central Standard Time. And I am, you guessed it, in Texas. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Why are you slowing down, people? You're in Texas. Put the pedal to the metal. Oh, man. It's been kind of a crazy day. As you know, when we talked earlier, I was heading to Lowell, Arkansas, and was going to deliver them split coils. I got there about 11:30, which was good because I could show up anytime up to an hour before my appointment. And I got there and I was the only person there. Well, at least for the door I was supposed to be delivering to. And pulled up. I'd never been there before, of course, so I went in, checked in, and asked them what they wanted me to do, and they told me where to go. And said, get out there and take your tarps off and get as much securement off as you're comfortable with. Then pull around to door 4 and back in. He tried to give me some huge explanation about it being tight, you know, blind back in, and all kinds of weird stuff. So I said, okie dokie. And he said he'd be there in about a half an hour or so to get the coils off. So I backed up to where I needed to go, then pulled in and to where I needed to take the stuff off. And I got both the tarps off, folded, put away, all the bungees done in about 20 minutes. Man, it was really, really good. I'm sorry about the road. US 75 is really rough. So I got that done, and I started to unsecure, and I thought about it, and I walked around to look at the back and see what it was really like, because a lot of people like to hype up stuff that really doesn't exist. And it was a pretty tough back to start with, but I went ahead and pulled all the chains and left just the straps. Got everything put away as best I could since I got so much extra junk. And pulled around, and I didn't blind back in like he suggested. I did a 45, a tight 45 into the door, and then pulled forward to get straight in some space that was there next to the adjacent building, and backed into the unloading area. Once I got in there, I hopped up and then took all my straps off, put them away, and took apart everything I could possibly figure out that didn't need to be there. So the only thing left was the coil racks, friction pads, and dunnage that was keeping them upright. I guess all in all, the total breakdown took just under an hour. I'd say about 50 minutes. And that's pretty good for as much equipment as there was. You know, 6 chains, 6 binders, you know, 8 straps, and all that stuff. So I was pretty happy. then I had to wait about 35 more minutes on top of that. So he didn't keep his 30-minute appointment. And got that taken care of. He finally showed up, got all the stuff off, and he was real slow at it. But they had a small crane. It didn't lift very much. It only did 5 tons. And each of those coils was between 8 and 10,000 pounds. So he had to try and pull them off one at a time, and it was kind of a slow go. He got them all off, and then while he was finished getting them off, I got all my dunnage put away, coil racks and the pads. And then while he was checking them off and everything, he signed them up, gave him my bills, and told me have a nice day. So I was there right at 2 hours exactly. I got there at 11:30 and I pulled out at 1:30. Sometime or enough, like I told you earlier, they sent me a message telling me to go ahead and go to Fort Smith after I was done. So I programmed both the GPSs and hooked them. I got about 50 miles down the road, got another message from my fleet manager, Ronnie, saying, bypass Fort Smith, go on home. Oh, I was happy. But I'm leery, you know. I don't trust everything. So I called him on the phone and talked to him. He said, yeah, they're having some problems in Fort Smith. There's not a lot of freight coming out. There's a bunch of guys sitting. And I really have 2 choices. I can go ahead and go home now, or I can go to Tennessee and maybe not make it home. And he decided to go ahead and send me home instead of taking the risk. That's fine. It's going to be a really short week. Only 800 miles. And I'll tell you why in just a second. But 5 days at home. Be back at work by 10 a.m. on Monday. We'll be good. And I'll be set up to go for another 3 weeks. And I think that's probably what I'm going to do from now on instead of whining about it. Unless I need to be home for something. I'm just going to pack up, get ready for 3 weeks, and head out. And just let them do their thing. If I get back to the house before the 3 weeks is up, I'll be happy. If not, then I'll start the planning once the end of the second weekend goes by. The reason I'm only going to get 800 miles for this week, I thought I was going to get about 12. Because when you work a weekend and you get a minimum of 800 miles paid. But there's a condition to that. And that condition is you must have at least arrived at your destination if you worked the previous weekend, or checked in ready for duty if you did not by 10 a.m. Monday morning. Not 1 second later. And that's 10 a.m. in the time zone you're in, not Central Time. Well, the previous weekend, if you remember, I delivered to Mount Airy, and I had all that bad weather that morning. And I was heading in to make my delivery after sleeping in the truck stop there in Mayberry Town. Well, I got there, but I didn't send my message until 10:07 because I could not figure out where to stop when I got into the plant. So basically, I screwed myself out of 400 miles for this week because I sent that call in wrong. The problem with it is that they never mentioned that in orientation. He said that they should have mentioned that in orientation, and that you had to be checked in or available by 10 a.m. on Mondays for that 800 miles to take place. They didn't. When I took a break earlier, I pulled it out, my notes, and looked through it. That's something I would have written down. And I didn't write it down, so that means they didn't say anything. The only thing that they said was minimum 800 miles if you work the weekend. If you're available to work, whether you work or not, for the weekend. So I'm going to have to remember that and make sure that whatever I do on Mondays, I'm either delivering or ready to go. The only exception to that is if you have an appointment time for whatever you're doing. So like if your appointment is at noon on Monday, then you're covered as long as you make your appointment time. If your appointment's on Tuesday morning and you're still working, driving Monday, that's fine. But as long as you make your appointment time or you're clear by 10 a.m. Monday, whichever is appropriate. So that kind of sucks. I'm still not really sure how many miles I did last week. I think I did 1,900 last week with my stop in Little Rock. I think I've done 800 something this week with the deadheads and the 2 loads that I did over the weekend and then like yesterday. So I'm going to have some pretty thin checks on the ground the next couple weeks. So I'm getting better at what I'm doing. I'm getting faster at securing and especially tarping. If I can keep those things down to 2 hours like most of the guys seem to be able to do, then I think I'll be better. I have noticed, and my fleet manager did say, that there has been an unknown decrease in freight over the last month, and it doesn't make any sense. And they're working on it. There was supposed to be 15 people sitting in Fort Smith waiting for loads. So that kind of sucks, super sucks, but it's something we have to deal with. But I'm on my way home. I'm less than an hour from the house, or at least from where I parked the truck. My plans, I'm gonna get home, get there, park the truck, get all my stuff. My wife already knows I'm gonna be home. She seems pretty happy about it. My stepson should be ecstatic. He doesn't know, so he'll see me when they pick me up at the Boy Scouts. Got to get all my stuff that I need to take home and pull the sheets off the bed and wash those, and what little laundry I have left from doing my laundry this past weekend. Get my stuff out of the refrigerator, put that in the cooler, take all that stuff home, and spend 5 days at the house relaxing and kind of getting some stuff together to make 3 weeks on the road a little bit easier to bear. Maybe I'll go ahead and pick up a TV and bring my PlayStation on the road. I have not decided on that yet. I'm debating that at the moment. So you won't hear from me till Monday. That'll give you a break, I guess. I may make a couple of videos about different stuff and post them if I get bored, which is probably going to happen because I get bored pretty easy. And I can sit and watch TV for hours, but that doesn't mean I'm not bored. So you guys have a great rest of your week and a great weekend to come. I'm going to enjoy the loveliness that is Texas. It's so good to be home. So if you haven't already, take a minute to subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, post below or email me or send me a message on TTR. I'll see you guys Monday. Keep the shiny sun up, 73s. Y'all be safe. Bye, y'all. Damn, it's Texas.